Allah works on the coolness of it, mashallah. He needs coolness of the day also. The sun is too hot. Sun affects Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, Allah is a mass that He works like that. Now here they say, that's why you see these cartoons sometimes also they say these things. In Deuteronomy 33:26 it says that God is in heaven and He rides the clouds. That's the ideas they give people sometimes in the cartoons and stuff. Be careful. It says, there is no one like the God of Jeshurun, yani Yahya, I think they mean by Jeshurun here, who rides on the heavens to help you and on the clouds. So this is ascribing mass, ascribing size, ascribing place, ascribing where He is above the clouds. So where was He before the clouds were created? And then they believe that we're still with the Torah and in the Injil. They believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His residence, His place is where? Heaven. And imagine that these ideas are infiltrating into Muslims nowadays. This is the problem. The priests and the Levites stood to bless the people, and God heard them, for their prayer reached heaven, His holy dwelling place. End quote. His holy dwelling place. So that means if Allah dwells in heaven, that means no matter how big heaven is, He has a size, He has a mass, He's encompassed by heaven, He's limited by heaven, He's dwelled into heaven. Who has size? Who has mass? Who created sizes and masses? Can the Creator be ascribed with the creation? His holy dwelling place. So where was He before the holy dwelling place was created? There was no place. Or they have to say that the place is eternal with Allah, which is kufr. Allah says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Huwa al-awwalu wal-akhir. Huwa al-awwal means He is the eternal with no beginning. والحديث في البخاري النبي الأعظم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم says, كان الله ولم يكن شيء غيره. Allah existed when nothing else existed. Nothing means no place, no space, no time, no stars, no planets, no galaxies, no universe, nothing, no air, nothing but Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. And I put many, so you can see how they say these things, and this is only just to compare. This is comparative religion also. Tawheed, you have to kind of take a look at comparative religion. And then you see here on page 65 how in Matthew, that's the New Testament. That's the current version of the Bible. This is King James Version, by the way, just so you know, or the International Version. There's pretty much no difference between them. They describe here, so you see where this also idea, where this belief comes from. They describe that God, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, comes down, descends and ascends. Some people still believe that today. In Matthew 3:16, at that moment heaven was opened, and He saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lightning on Him. So that's where they get that God descends and ascends from heaven. And then they say He was in the world in John. Yeah. And then they believe here, so you know where also this is believed. They believe that God subhanahu wa ta'ala has limbs, organs, right hand. Notice here in 1 John 1:5 says God is light. God is light. طيب Allah في القرآن says وَجَعَلَ الظُّلُمَاتِ وَالنُّورِ. Allah في القرآن says it very explicitly. He created darkness and light. Is darkness, is it a creation or a creator? Creation. Is light creation or creator? Either there cannot be two things. Either creation or creator. Since Allah created light, can He be attributed with the creation? No. So you see where the ideas come from, right? Straight from the Bible. Then they say, of course, God is light. In Him there is no darkness. Also they attribute him with limbs. In Acts 7:56, it says, I see heaven open and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of God. How about the left hand? Nobody standing there? Yeah, right and left. Who created right and left? Is right creation? Is the right as a direction creation or creator? So that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in a place, is a mass, is a body, is a form that resides in a place. Basically is what they're leading you. Human being who resides in a place, he is light, he has limbs and organs, and people stand on his right and on his left. This is the essence of kufr, dear brothers and sisters. To us Muslims, we don't believe in such a God. So even though many people nowadays, they say, and this is again, not disrespectful to other people, that we Muslims have mercy for the Jews and the Christians and the atheists and everybody. Al-Islam rahmah lil alameen. Even for the plants and for the trees, Islam rahmah. Mercy for everybody, that's not. But when we study academically the comparative religion, trying to compare what of course we really mean totally different thing when we say God than when other people say God. We mean totally different. Our meaning is not the same. And people don't worship the same God. They call him the same name, but it doesn't really mean the same thing. So many people say, well, the difference is they believe that, Allah has a son, and we don't believe him. They just believe in something else. Also, Yahud, they believe in a man who lives also above, as you have seen, in the sky, which is with the light, with all these things. So, now you see. Allah. Of course, anyone who believes such a thing will be belying the Quran, where the Quran says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Would be belying the Quran when the Quran says, Laysa kamithlihi shay. Nothing is like him. Nothing is like him. Nothing. You need a place to exist? Yes. The Creator is not in need of a place. Who needs? The one who's dependent, the one who's defective, the one who's deficient. You need. Who has needs? Allah doesn't have needs. You have needs. As-Samad. What does As-Samad mean? I said it yesterday. If there's no studying, we will stop giving the course, for sure. No. Jazakallah khair. The one who is not in need of anything, yet everything is in need of him to exist. As-Samad, Allahu As-Samad. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Allahu As-Samad. Nothing is in need. He is not in need of anything, and everything is in need of him. All the time. He is not in need of anything for anything. And everything is in need of him for everything. Allah Samad. No. So, then how do we understand Allah? We understand him. We understand Allah's attributes by their names and simply by what they refer to. And we seize our mind from imagination, because we know whatever you imagine, you're imagining a creation. You seize your mind from conceiving, because whatever you conceive in your imagination, again, or your understanding or your comprehension, is an imagination of your own. Now, so therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the Quran, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. Nothing is like him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. He, subhanahu wa ta'ala, can. قال الإمام أمير-المؤمنين Ali ibn Abi Taleb, روحي له الفداء. Sayyidina Ali, a Yahudi, came to him, said, Ya Ali, Ya Abul Hasan, روحي له الفداء. He said, Ya Amirul-Mu'minin, or Ya Abul Hasan, your Lord that you worship in heaven, what is he? How is he? Where is he? He said, let me tell you something, and then don't ask anyone after me. I will tell you. قال سيدنا أمير المؤمنين كان ولا مكان. كان ولا مكان. He existed when no makan existed.